I'm super happy to show you today's project. I think I was posting live from my personal Stampin' page and not my, so I'm just making a crafting video for my friends, you know, just whatevs. So I couldn't wait. Oh, my headband looks funny like this. Anyway, oh well, that's okay. Because I have like a headband on a headband. It's like a funny little look. There we go. So I can't wait to show you today's activity. It is super, super cute. I decided today we're going to do a little like treat container. It's kind of like a treat book, I guess, is the best way to describe it, because it's not exactly a little, it's almost like a little treat folder. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. And don't forget that for these 2 months until September 30th, it's celebration, which means that if you spend $50 on any kind of product from StampinUp.com, then you will get an item of your choosing for free. It's like there's a list of items that you can choose from. If you spend $100, then you get a different type of item. So there's different categories, but it's pretty cool. Like this is the best time to spend with Stampin' Up because you get bonus items. And the other thing I wanted to mention is if you sign up under my team, which is Fabulous Stampers, if you sign up under my team and join my team, you spend $99 and you get $125 worth of products. So you're getting $26 in free product, and you get a free bundle, which that's huge. That's usually about $50 or $60 item. That's usually the average of a bundle, depending. Sometimes they're 40, but 45. So I look at joining Stampin' Up as kind of like my Costco membership. I spend my $99, I get my discount, I can do what I want with it. I didn't sell any products with Stampin' Up until recently, until about a year and a half ago. Then I started to really kind of do classes more and really try to promote myself more because I just liked it, and COVID also promoted that for me because I was home, so it was easy to do videos. So not easy, it's actually kind of hard to do videos, but it was easier for me to promote this kind of stuff. But I actually didn't do it until just recently, and it's just for fun. I love to teach, so I naturally want to do that. I look at joining my team as kind of like a Costco membership. I joined it because I wanted a discount, and I got a bunch of free product like I'm offering you. It's $26 in extra in product, and you get a free bundle. It's like quite a bit of stuff. That is what I would have joined under as well, because you're getting so much more for nothing. I think when I joined, it was something really large. I think it was like $130 or $140, and my order had already been like $90. So for $10 more, I could have gotten $50 more in stuff, or just stick with the $99. So it's just totally up to you. I look at it like a Costco membership. You want your discount, you want exclusive products, you want to get the catalog sooner, you want to order sooner than everyone else. That's what this buys, and so I kind of like that. And so if you would like to sign up, let me know and we can talk about it. I can explain everything to you. Anyway, well, I'm so excited to show you my little thing. And don't forget, celebration ends on September 30th. Oh, and my birthday class is going to be, I'm going to promote my birthday class really soon. I'm done with my cards. I want to get everything photographed so I can show you what I'm going to be doing. And then I'll do a little video, a quick video to promote it too. So hopefully you guys will sign up. It would be awesome. I hope you're having a great day. And let's get started. Halloween in the house. All right, let's get the light on. Get my other light on. So today we're going to be making, as you know, I've made a lot of products, Halloween products. The one I made on Monday was this great little product here. Oops. Let's see if we can get that better. There we go. This great little crate, which came from the Dollar Tree, and then I added the paper to it and the little punches and all that and the stamping. This is the postage stamp punch, and I made a little card to match it. Super fun, super cute. Then I don't know if you guys saw a few weeks ago, I made this great little Piggy Potter card, which was about 2 weeks ago. I love this Halloween. It's not a Halloween set. It's technically really made more for Christmas, but I wanted to turn it into a Halloween set, so I made little Piggy Potter and cute little fall version of the card, like a thanks a latte kind of card. My little witches that I showed you guys before. It's more Piggy Potter, and that's it. So I've got a few of these Halloween. These are part of my 13 projects of Halloween. This was my first project here. My first project for Halloween was using this Joyful Life stamp set. Okay, and this was technically my first one, this little Piggy Potter, but Harry Potter is all year round. I love Harry Potter, so my little Piggy Potter is good. And this was my second project, which everyone seemed to like, featuring, this week we're featuring the Gorgeous Grape ribbon. And I told you guys before how there's a red ribbon also that's very similar to it. And the other ribbon that we have that's similar to it is the open weave ribbon, but it's narrower and it has a wider edging. And so we're going to be making a, cute little, oh, the little glue dot came undone. We're going to be making a cute little KitKat folder. And so I had it tied all nice. So the KitKat fits perfectly inside. And I need to put a better glue dot on here. I'll get out my stronger glue dots, and that way it'll be nice and firm. And you just need a little glue dot just to make sure it doesn't slide out. And I tend to do that with a lot of my little products, is put a tiny glue dot just so the candy doesn't fall out just as you're about to give it. I have had that happen before where I've made all these cute little gifts, and just as I was about to give them to people, all the candy fell out, which is super annoying. So let me get out our mini glue dots. And so I would use one of these thicker ones. This one here that I used was like the ones that are in Paper Pumpkin, which are a little thinner, a little smaller. So this is our project for today, is our cute little KitKat folder, KitKat book. And I'm not using any of the paper. Now, as I've shown you before, the Halloween paper that we have for this year is super, super cute. I cannot get enough of it. I want to use it on everything. But sorry, I can't seem to tie a bow. Every time I get on camera, I can't tie the bow. You guys make me nervous. Even though no one's watching, I get nervous. Well, people watching the replay, but it's not the same as when you're live. So I went ahead and I decided to do this, make my own little designer series paper. As you know, the paper that we have for Stampin' Up! Is super cute. I mean, it's really, really nice. I have to say, I cannot get enough of it. There we go. I need a little more light. I can't get enough of it because it really is gorgeous. It's super sweet, and the colors I just love. I love this little added pink, which normally isn't in a Halloween paper, but I think it really fit. And the other side of the paper is all black and white and gray and white. And even the overt. So you see, it's just these little polka dots, but that include that little pink and purple in there just really adds a little something to the, the paper. As well as there's cute little ghosts, and this paper is really great. So I could have used this paper, but what about when I don't have the pretty paper? And that's what I was thinking of, is when I don't have the pretty paper, what am I supposed to do? How am I going to make these kind of crafts when I don't have the fancy pants paper? Well, the cool thing is you don't have to have the fancy pants paper every time for an item. You can make your own paper with, just some cardstock. I love to make my own designer series paper. So this time we're using the Banner Year stamp set. The reason why I like this, we're using this stamp set. The reason why I like using this stamp set is, as you can see, it's for all year. And they're just short, small phrases. There's quite a few phrases. There's Thanksgiving, Christmas, treat, fall, boo, be merry, you're sweet, with a grateful heart, guess who loves you, XOXO, happy haunting, and then to, from. And then, of course, we have a Valentine style, a little squirrel, a little autumn, a bird. That could be Christmas. It could be also like just a nice greeting card. Excuse me. You could also possibly make it look a little bit like, it looks like a dove here, but it could even make it like a little cardinal if you colored it right. A bat, pumpkin. Look at this cute little Santa hat. You could put the Santa hat on top of the pumpkin even and make a little Nightmare Before Christmas theme. Or you can put it on top of the squirrel or the bat. I mean, I just think that kind of stuff is fun. I like changing things up. A little, excuse me, a little holly leaves and the spider web. I particularly love the spider web. I like that it's not just a corner of the spider web. I like that it's the whole spider web. And it's the perfect size, you'll see. Oh, kitty, come on, baby. No, baby. I know, your life is so hard. He's like, he knows that I'm on the video, and then he decides to jump up. I've been sitting here all day. All of a sudden, he jumps up now. So I'm going to be using the bat, and I'm going to be using a little sentiment, and I'm going to be using a Treat So Sweet, and I'm going to be using the Cat Punch, which is available. There used to be a stamp set that was available with this Cat Punch, but we don't have one now. Now it's just the plain punch. But I rarely use the stamp set, to be honest. I used just the punch without the stamp set far more than I used the stamp set. Sometimes it happens where a punch is just so cool that you use it more than you actually use the stamp set that coordinates with it. Sorry, my stuff's a little crooked. It's because my phone's a little crooked. Let's see. So anyway, so we'll get started. Let me grab our stuff. Oh, I was going to say, where is it? I knew I had it handy on purpose. So let me make sure my label stays right handy. So what I did was I took a piece of Highland Heather. So Gorgeous Grape is the color of our ribbon, remember? So this Gorgeous Grape ribbon, I just love. But I don't always like things matchy-matchy. I could have used the Gorgeous Grape paper, but I don't know. I don't always want the monochromatic style. Sometimes that's fun, but in my case, I didn't really want that. So I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape ink, but I'm not going to be using Gorgeous Grape paper. I chose to use Highland Heather paper, and that is... I scored it. It's Highland Heather. This is 4 3/4 inches by 6 inches. So this is 6 inches wide and 4 3/4 inches long, or 4 3/4 wide, 6 inches long. And then I scored this at 2 3/4, and I scored this at 3 1/4. So for the whole thing, it's just one little piece, you know, very simple. Then I got my black and white pieces. Oops, let me put my ribbon to the side. Then I got my black and white pieces, which they're going to be layered. And then they also layer perfectly on top of my little KitKat book. So let me set this to the side here. You see, the black will layer 1/4 inch smaller than my little book here. And then the white will do the same. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own designer series paper. So, oh baby, no, stop. Okay. And so, what I'm going to show you is that when you want to make your own designer series paper, which is not hard, I do it a lot with a lot of different things. If you've watched any of my other videos, I like to make designer series paper. I think it's kind of a fun thing to do with your... just with basic white, because sometimes you run out of your favorite paper. So what can you do to make a similar design? Say you had this design where you wanted to use this fancy designer series paper, but you ran out. Okay, so let's make something similar to that so that you can still have your still have what you want. So what we're going to do is we're going to take I'm going to take a little piece of scrap paper and put it on top of my Stampin' Pad. Now remember, for your Stampin' Pad, it's going to help make sure, see, the bat has a really wide, flat area or image, and if I don't use a little pad underneath it, sometimes it'll come up off of it. So I'll ink up and show you, and I also need my spider web. So it's not fully inked because it needed just a little bit more ink here. And then when I have a broader area, then it'll come out nice and smooth. There we go. And now it comes across a little bit better. I need to re-ink this gorgeous grape, I think. I think it's starting to run a little bit dry. So what I'm going to do is the reason why I'm using a scrap piece of paper underneath is because I'm going to go off the side of my paper, and I don't want to make a mess all over my table. Although I can clean up my table, it's no problem. And I have found if you want to make a little pattern, I have found that it's good if you go sideways. So I got my two bats going that way. So now I'm going to do my little spider web here. No, I'm trying to make it symmetrical, but the other one that I did is actually very random. It's much more random, but sometimes that can be a hit or miss too, where you can run out of space when you're doing it very random. So when I show you my sample, you see down here I had a little white space because I was doing it a little more random. But it's up to you. In this case, I'm trying to make it more of a pattern. Okay. And this gorgeous grape ink came in some kind of paper pumpkin that I had. Okay, and then we'll do my little, but see, and when you do it sideways, when you turn it this way, it's harder to see where you may have made a mistake when you do it sideways. So if I do it straight and then it curves, I'll know, I can see the curve a little bit more. And so it's just a trick of the trade that when you stamp sideways, you tend to lose whether it's straight or not, because your eye will correct it. So you see, when I have it straight in front of you, it looks like it's intentional. I'm looking really hard and I can find some little errors because I'm looking really hard. But if I had tried to make these perfectly aligned like a ruler, and then I was off a little, your eye will find it a little easier. So that's just a trick to remember. If you're ever going to make your own designer series paper, I recommend you do it sideways, and then you can manipulate it a little bit better. So, okay, done with that. So all we're going to do, this is a pretty easy card overall. Oh, and this piece of white is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. So 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. That's it. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Okay, and then, I have there's a little excess glue on the side here. There we go. Okay, so, and so then I'm going to put it down on my black. All right, let me take this stuff away since I'm done stamping with all that. Okay, so I'm going to press down my little white. I mean, like I told you, this is a very simple activity, simple card. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue down my black. In my sample, I did it the opposite way, and I don't think it was as good. I found that it was harder to tie it and to put everything in. I want to make my little piece of card first, then I'll add my candy in it, okay? So let's go ahead and pop, oops, I almost put it upside down. Okay, so it's like a little book. Then I'm going to get my gorgeous grape glue. Let me move yeah. You see, just before it dried, it was a little crooked, so just before it dried, I was able to push it over to the side there. So then I'm going to take my gorgeous grape, not glue, ribbon, and I'm going to figure out how much I need to wrap around and tie. So I need about that much. So let's see how much that is. You know, I don't like to waste too much ribbon, but I found that, you know, you can guesstimate. So this is, half of it's approximately 8 inches. So 16 inches approximately, probably a little less, you know, when I get to tying it. But the key is when actually I should see, I should untie this one and see how long I made this one. Because I feel like 16 inches is a lot, but I could be wrong. So here we go. Now that I've taken mine out. So it's 12 inches to there approximately. No, 17 inches, so it's about right. So 17 inches in order to tie it and get the nice bow that you want off to the side. And so, which is what I wanted. I wanted a cute bow off to the side. I'm actually going to the movies tomorrow. Kitty, we are not doing this again. No, no, Bubba, no. Get down. Get down. Now you made me drop all my paper. Go. He's fed. I don't know why he's... Okay, so I wanted to have approximately 16 inches or so. That's enough to tie on the side. Okay. And I'm not going to tie it yet. The reason, see, before I had tied it, when I made this one, I tied it, and then I tried to slide the KitKat inside. I didn't do it well the first time. And then I put the black on top. And that actually, I think, is harder than just doing it this way, where I'm measuring out. I've gotten everything all set up. Okay, now I'm going to cut my little piece. No, Kitty. Okay. But what I found was that by doing that, when I did that, it was actually bad because it was harder to hold this here and then glue on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little, let me make sure it's even. Yep, it's about even. So I'm going to add a little glue dot right here to hold my ribbon in place. And then I'm going to add my, you can never get, I never underutilize my tweezers. I love a good tweezer. There we go. Just put a little glue dot, and you're just going to center it just right there, just to hold your ribbon in place while you attach your other pieces. And it doesn't have to be perfect because, you know, I'm just adding my pieces here. Okay, putting it underneath the black I felt like was made it much harder to negotiate everything later. So live and learn from my mistakes. So then I just punched out. Remember, this is the postage stamp punch. I just love a good punch. This is the postage stamp punch. And this is literally called the cat punch. Baby, no, 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 no. You're not getting up here again. No. All right. And so this is the cat punch. And I just love, I've used it for so many things. So many things. So what I decided to do is I put this Highland Heather postage stamp, I put this one down flat on top. And then I put the cat 3D here. So let me go ahead and put my cat on. No, Kitty. Let me put my cat on. And that way when I glue it down, it's a little easier. And then I'll stamp out my little piece. Use it the rest of my little dimensionals here. So oops, I might have put too many. It's okay, because I was going to say this one, yeah, this one on the top is a little high, but let me make sure it's going to fit. Now I got to move them over just a little bit. Got to move the tail over just a little in order to make sure he fits completely. No. No, get down. Go. Get down. Go. Go, get. Okay. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and put, sorry. I love my cats, but I don't know. He's been so weird today. Okay, there we go. And get that centered. The postage stamp is not exactly centered, but I feel like the cat looks good. I mean, nothing has to be perfect. And then I wanted to add a little sentiment, just a tiny sentiment, nothing too big, because I don't want to cover up my, I don't want to cover up my cat too much. So I used black over here, but I think I'm going to go back and use the purple again, the grape, and stamp that. And this is just a 1/4 inch wide piece. This little piece is just a 1/4 inch wide. This is a scrap from when, you know, you're trimming your paper. I'll save some of these, 1/4 inch strips and just put them in a little container. And when I do that, then I always have a little label ready when I need it. Because many labels are not that big. Sentiments are not that big. So sometimes this is just all you needed. And then we're just going to put a little glue on the back. Yeah, I like that better with the pink instead, or the purple instead of the black, which I had before. I don't think it needed the black. Just adds a little something. Okay, and I'm just going to pop this on here. Okay, there we go. So, I mean, it's not a difficult craft overall. I mean, it's almost as easy as making just a basic card. And then I just take my KitKat, and I'm going to take a glue dot, just one glue dot, and I'm going to pop it onto the back of my KitKat, because then I know it's going to stay in place and I'm not going to have to worry about it. So I'm going to pop it in there. It's a little bit wider, but then I don't have to tape the little sides down. And you know, right now, if you go looking, you might be able to find a KitKat that has a Halloween theme on it. Mine doesn't have a Halloween theme, but I've seen them where they've had bats on them, or little cats, or ghosts sometimes, you know. So sometimes you can find a really cute Halloween designed KitKat or candy bar that's about the same size. I don't know what other candy bars are this kind of flat, but I love a good KitKat, so I love KitKats. I don't know if they're totally my favorite candy. I love chocolate in general, but I think KitKats are my favorite actually when I really think about it. I like Reese's and I like all the candies, but like I think KitKats are my favorite. Okay, so I cut a little too much, but that's okay. I can trim it off. But look how pretty this ribbon is. This gorgeous grape ribbon. It just, and this, it ties so well. It is such a good tie. Whoops. Just gotta trim it. It ties really, really well. And that's another thing I look for in a ribbon, is when I can make sure it ties. So remember, anything you can want to pick up, you can find at fabulousstamper.com, especially this gorgeous grape ribbon, which is what I'm trying to feature today. And this week, I just wanted to feature just a ribbon this time. Last week, I featured the Joyful Life stamp set because that was really my focus, you know. So, but this has a lot of versatility, this purple. I'm using it for Halloween, but you could easily use it with a lot of florals and summery things. I mean, there's lots of things you could use it for. So this is the Banner Year stamp set for all of the stamping, and then the cat punch and the postage stamp punch. And don't forget, this was 4 3/4 wide, this piece of Highland Heather was 4 3/4 by 6 inches, and I scored it at 2 3/4 and 3 1/4. And then the black piece is 2.5 by 4.5, and the white piece is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4, just a 1/4 inch smaller. So such a cute, fun project. I mean, look, I'm done in less than 30 minutes, and that was even with me telling you about joining Stampin' Up and the celebrations things going on. So I hope you enjoyed this little project and you can go out and make your own. I thought these would be fun for like a Halloween party or even some office. Oh, and the good thing too, I forgot to show you, the cool thing is I don't need a card. I don't need a card because I can just write something nice right inside here. That's the other thing I liked, was that I didn't have to have a full separate card to give my treat. I always like to have a little card, a little note with my treats when I give them to people. Well, this one has a full, like a nice little area I can write on the inside. And you can see here, this was stamped far more random than this one, which is very patterned. I don't know which one you guys like better, if you like the patterned one better than the random one. They both look cute in my opinion. So I like how this one is very randomized, but then I can see the benefits of this one too. And here comes Kitty. So that means I'm done with my video because he's decided I'm done. So thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Share my video if you comment and share my video. I'll put you in for a drawing for this particular item. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. And now it's time for Kitty to be snuggled. Obviously, he's desperate and unloved always. All right, thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.